Speedy deliveries are guaranteed this week in VW's V6 Amarok. Oh my word, how nuts is this? This workhorse hurtles to 100 in 8 seconds. The Golf 5 GTI did it in 7.2 and weighed a hell of a lot less. It's unbelievable, really it is. So easy to forget that you are in a 2-ton bakkie until you start pitching into corners like that and you realize this is in actual fact not a GTI. I love the sound of that V6. It is proper beast mode, this. Stupid grin on my face. Okay, so listen, when you finally grow up and stop racing from robot to robot, all this performance is going to be amazing for cruising on the highway when you do want to overtake. There, I've said it. I've been sensible. Now, where the higher output 2-litre diesel uses bi-turbo technology, this 3-litre V6 uses a single turbo. And it is a peach of an engine. It's done duty in the Cayenne and the Q7. And I think it's so easy with Dieselgate that we can actually forget the brilliant diesel engines the VW group actually produces. If you remember back in 2006, they won Le Mans with a diesel engine, the first to ever do that. So you're looking at 165 kilowatts, but more importantly, 550 Newton meters of torque. That's available from as low down as 1,400 RPM. And it's driving all 4 wheels permanently, which is actually quite unique in the bakkie sector. And it's being driven by their 8-speed torque converter automatic transmission, another brand strong point. What's quite interesting though is that the first gear is actually pretty short, and you're not going to notice it when you're driving around in town because of the automatic transmission. But if you do go off-road, that short first gear is going to be fantastic as a crawler gear. With all this performance, you really are going to appreciate that permanent all-wheel drive system, as well as the traction and vehicle stability control system, and very importantly, the uprated brakes. Now, while the rest of the range makes do with 16-inch ventilated discs up front and drums at the rear, the V6 has 17-inch ventilated discs up front, and they've put 16-inch discs at the back, and trust me, you're going to need it to stop this beast. So there you have it. All the manly boxes well and truly ticked, but this particular V6 also has the looks to back up the brawn. This is straight out of The Dark Knight, with the full wrap and the extreme roll bar personalization options which Tavcore Commercial offer in-house, and finished off with these optional 19-inch Cantera wheels. With its 237mm ground clearance and those signature squared and flared wheel arches, it's properly menacing. All Highline models get chrome detailing on the bumpers, as well as the double strip on the grille, and the fog lamps get cornering functionality, while these bi-xenon headlights with LED daytime running lights are standard on this Highline Plus model. Long gone are the days where it was sports cars overcoming any shortcomings. Now it's formidable proportions like this. It really appeals to a guy's sense of masculinity. Now, while the Ranger may take up slightly more space in the parking lot, the usable load bay dimensions of the Amarok are better. You can fit a pallet between the wheel arches, which only the X-Class could match. The payload is 70 kilograms less than a standard Amarok, but the heavier duty leaf springs are available across the entire range at no cost and will see you able to take a ton, while it has a brake towing capacity of 2.8 tons with trailer sway control. And after 10 years, it still looks good. I mean, for a vehicle to go relatively unchanged for that long is unheard of. I think the last to do that was probably the Volvo XC90. So it tells you just what a fantastic job they did with this, their first bakkie. The interior too has stood the test of time thanks to the uncluttered, clean layout that's typical of Volkswagen. And when it launched in 2010, it brought levels of luxury and refinement unheard of in the segment. But with their competitors having a few updates over this time, they've caught up. Some have even leapfrogged the Amarok. The Highline Plus adds the Vienna leather seats with the optional seat heating box ticked on this model. It's only the entry-level comfort line that doesn't get height and lumbar support adjustments on the seats. The entire range enjoys one-touch open-close electric windows front and rear, and the electrically adjustable mirrors are heated and foldable. The 3-spoke multifunctional steering wheel is also height and reach adjustable. There is cruise control as standard across the range, and you have 2-zone fully automatic climate control. But this is where it's showing its age. While all the big boys are boasting about 8 inches, we're making do with 6.33 inches. Oh yeah, I measured. At least the screen is well integrated. Highline Plus adds navigation, but with smartphone integration, you really don't need it. I mean, they should rather let you spend that 20,000 Rand somewhere else. It also includes a reverse camera, and you get 12-volt chargers, well, pretty much everywhere. Sitting in the rear, the legroom and the headroom isn't bad at all, and the seating is what they call cinema style, so it means I can see over the seats in front of me. But it is very upright in your seating position, so definitely something they can improve in the next generation come 2022. Entry into the double cab range is at the 570,000 Rand mark, but the range-topping V6 starts at 785,000 Rand and is available in 4 trims. Our Highline Plus model has been given added appeal by Tavcor Commercial, so it's going to cost a bit more than the 843,000 Rand base price. The Extreme tops the lineup at a pretty extreme price. The entire range comes with a 5-year 90,000 kilometer service plan as well as manufacturer warranties. For more information, you can visit the Volkswagen South Africa website or chat with Donovan and Paul at Tavcor Commercial Vehicles. Now, this is not directed at VW, but rather at the industry and consumers in general. I cannot get my head around the cost of double cab bakkies. And these costs come directly from trying to take a workhorse and convert it into a show pony. And think about all of that space at the back that you are buying. You very, very seldom use it if you're honest, and more than likely you're going to spend even more to have it covered up. I get that the ride quality has massively improved over the last couple of years, but your bakkie is never going to have the same ride quality as a unibodied SUV. So if I was in the segment, what I would do is buy an SUV and then rent a trailer when I need to cart things around. But that's me, and no one listens to me anyway. So enjoy your Father's Day. Take care. Delivery for Thomas Schaefer. So no deliveries have been late today. So do you approve? Is this a good delivery vehicle? I love it. Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Thank you, Marius.
Nice to see you. Let's go eat. Now, it is common knowledge that when the next generation Amarok comes out in fourth quarter 2022, it's going to be built by Ford. Yeah, you heard me right. Now, this is no big surprise. It's nothing new in the industry, and it's been happening for a long time, and it makes complete business sense in helping to bring costs down. And the deal apparently also includes VW producing the Caddy for Ford, and apparently there's talk of a smaller city pickup as well. I did have some real concerns around build quality when I heard of this, but I was assured that any product going to market with a Volkswagen badge has to pass their safety and quality standards. So I'm expecting to see an improvement then in the Ranger build quality as well. But having said that, the connectivity, the safety features, the engine and gearbox pairings of the current Ranger are super solid. We are told that there will be 4-cylinder engines as well as a V6, and they will both be sourced from Ford. Bakkie lovers have so much to thank the Amarok for, because they really did turn the segment on its head with their car-like ride quality, the fantastic build quality, and of course the luxurious interiors. But they were also trailblazers when it came to safety, things like off-road ABS, stability control systems, and my favorite, those small capacity turbo diesel engines that now everyone is using. I don't understand then why the Amarok hasn't been the runaway sales success that it should be. In my opinion, it remains the benchmark bakkie to buy in our market. And as for this V6, it's nuts.